Hi, I'm Jaz Graf. Welcome to my show, Immanent Fray, at Morton Fine Art in Washington, D.C. So I got into hand paper making through printmaking, and through printmaking for many years, I realized that the paper had this capacity to hold so much more than just being a substrate, to hold the printed image or text. The paper became land, became human ecologies. The print became voice of the people, essentially the story of civilizations. And that combination is sort of where I'm hovering in the exploration of my work. And I also have studied how paper has been made throughout the world, particularly handmade paper. And so I incorporate techniques that have been used for centuries, but I'm also evolving the craft, and I'm thinking about how do I explore more modern and contemporary fine art methods to bridge fine art into drawing from traditional craft techniques. This piece is called Buoyant Roots, and it's inspired by an ancient Thai temple in Bangkok, Thailand, called Wat Po. And I visited this temple as a kid, and it's home to a famous reclining Buddha, which happens to be the Buddha that represents the day that I was born. Also, it's famous for these stone and marble plaques, which I'm representing through the gray base sheet here. And these plaques are inscribed with meridians of the body, energetic meridians that carry energy through the body. And I'm thinking about the body as a temple and the temple body. Also, the ceilings at Wat Po are this beautiful color red, which I'm representing through the silks that run through the piece. The Thai mulberry bark lace I've used throughout the structure, and this fiber is really important in my work, and it both elevates and anchors the piece. The base here I've pigmented with a reddish iron oxide pigment, and it represents the root chakra. And the overall structure of the piece mimics a stupa. And the stupa, which actually the root of the word could mean mound or heap, is often housing sacred relics. Rice Paddy Sutra is part of a series of works that I've made in handmade paper that I'm calling sutras. And they're really portraits of palm leaf manuscripts. And palm leaf manuscripts are a book form that is used through Southeast Asia, often holding scripture. And in this piece, this is dedicated to my great-grandmother, who had rice paddy fields in Isan. And I remember when I visited Isan and I stayed there, it was during the rice harvest, and I remember the most vibrant greens. And so the iridescent silk of these vintage green cloth fabrics that my mom gave to me are also echoing that memory that I have. And I should also say that palm leaf manuscripts there are still some books that are forbidden to be touched by women, and often silk weaving is done by women. And as well as I'm linking here the mulberry fiber itself used in the handmade paper with the Thai silk, because you feed mulberry to silkworms. This piece is entitled Resonant Ebb, and what I love about it is that it shows the movement of water, the ebb and flow of water that's inherent in the papermaking process. So these are layers of translucent abaca, and I've actually marbled pigments on both the back and front sides of the abaca. Embedded between two sheets of abaca are 3 cyanotype prints, and these prints are actual blueprints of the earth, meaning that the matrix in which they were exposed is that I've painted with mud and clay and slip to create the cyanotype prints themselves. And then surrounding each sort of codex book form is the mulberry bark lace. It's a sort of fringe or a fur that alludes to its anima, the energy, the energetics of the book. Something unique about this show is the monk robes that have been pulped and are inclusions in the handmade paper. I've been working in this way since 2018, and this particular mix that was made for this show at Morton Fine Art incorporates several worn Buddhist monks' robes, from senior monks to novice monks, as well as several bhikkhunis, and bhikkhunis are female monks, and this is very special for Thailand. And there's also a robe that was worn by a beloved venerated statue as well.